What's up, Falcons Nation? It's your boy Jew coming at you with another Atlanta Falcons video. As always, Falcons Nation, rise up. In today's video, I'd like to recap yesterday's victory over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell so you'll know when I've done Atlanta Falcons content or NFL content. If you'd like to follow your boy on Twitter and Instagram, you can follow me at Jew Talk Sports. If you'd like to donate to my channel, you can donate to my Cash App, which is the $ Jew Talk Sports. And if you'd like to be a part of my Jew Talk Sports membership, you can hit that join tab here on the channel as well. But with that being said, let's jump right into the video. As I mentioned in today's video, I do want to recap yesterday's victory over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Atlanta Falcons did win this game in overtime by a score of 36-30. And I was really impressed with this Atlanta Falcons team, showing their resilience, us winning on all three phases in this game. And as I mentioned heading into the game, I did say that I thought that this would be Kirk Cousins' breakout game. And I was absolutely right with saying that he would pass for over 300 yards. He ended up setting the Atlanta Falcons record with over 500 yards passing in this game, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception. And Kirk Cousins played really well throughout the game. And one of the things that I really noticed in this game out of Kirk Cousins is he's finally found his rhythm on offense. You saw during the game that he was throwing with great anticipation. He talked about after the game during his post-game press conference that over the first 4 games, he was still trying to develop that chemistry with the wide receivers and tight ends and running backs on our team, and that he didn't really feel comfortable as far as throwing the ball to a spot. He didn't have that timing and things of that nature because these guys didn't play in the preseason. And I kept saying, just be patient, that these guys will start to finally gel. And I love what I've seen out of the play calling by Zach Robinson. In this game, I feel like Kirk Cousins and Zach Robinson did a good job of mixing up the tempo throughout the game. I really feel like they did a good job on third downs, going hurry up, not allowing the Buccaneers to be able to change, switch out players and things of that nature to put in those blitz packages. And I really feel like that bode well in this game, because when it was 3rd or 4th down, when we went for it on offense, Kirk Cousins did a good job of going no huddle, going up to the line, making checks and things of that nature at the line, not allowing the Buccaneers to get into their exotic blitz packages and things of that nature. And I really feel like that was one of the big reasons why Tampa Bay struggled to rush the passer and why they struggled as far as not being able to get those blitz packages and things of that nature, because the Falcons didn't allow them to sub in new players throughout the game. So I really felt like that was a smart game plan by both Zach Robinson and Kirk Cousins. I really feel like Kirk Cousins was a maestro in this game. He controlled the tempo of the game, and he was out there like a good point guard in basketball. He was really distributing the ball to different players in this game. We've seen Drake London have a breakout game, over 150 yards receiving. I talked about Darnell Mooney being a guy that I thought would be the X factor in this game. You see him have 2 touchdowns in the game. Could have possibly had a 3rd touchdown if he didn't drop that crucial 3rd down where he pretty much, the ball hit him directly in the breadbasket. He actually dropped it and the defender had fell to the ground. Most likely if he catches that pass, he probably skates down the sideline for a 3rd touchdown. But he still played really well throughout the game. You've seen Kyle Pitts get involved as well as far as catching the ball. And we also seen Bijan Robinson with a big run. He averaged over 5 yards to carry when he got his opportunities. But I really feel like this game definitely was taken over by the offense. The offense came out guns a-blazing when the game started. They went right down the field when they got the ball, scored a touchdown, and they never looked back in this game. But I really feel like this was the game that helped these guys get into a rhythm. And I told you guys, if Kirk Cousins ever finds that rhythm, he's a very dangerous quarterback. And we've seen this in this game, a glimpse of how good this offense can be when it's clicking on all cylinders. It's going to be really hard to stop with so many different weapons on this team. And I really feel like yesterday was a perfect example of distributing the ball, getting everybody involved. And I really felt like we kept the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on their heels. They weren't able to ever get comfortable in this game. We kept the pressure on them, especially on the offensive side of the ball. And then we did a good job in this game of playing complementary football. The defense, Jesse Bates came up with a huge play at the end of the game, punching the ball out on Bucky Irvin and getting the ball back for our offense. Young Wei Koo did a great job at the end of the game, making the tying field goal to get us into overtime. And Kirk Cousins showed us once again with this offense being able to get us in the scoring range late in the fourth quarter when we were under 2 minutes. This was the second time this year we've seen him to drive us down, similar to what he did against the Philadelphia Eagles, driving us down late in the game to get us in field goal range and spiking the ball with 1 second on the clock. So this Atlanta Falcons team is very dangerous. Now with us being in first place in the NFC South, I really feel like this was one of those momentum type games where the team can continue trending upward, heading into this week with another division matchup next Sunday against the Carolina Panthers, which will be an away game. This will be huge if we can sweep the division and go 3-0. And this, I mentioned, was one of the biggest stretches for this Atlanta Falcons team as far as winning the division. And so far, so good. You know, going 1-0 against the Saints, going 1-0 against Tampa Bay, and now we'll try to go 1-0 against Carolina. And just an honorable mention, Cordero Hodge, him stepping up in this game as well and making a huge play, scoring that game-winning touchdown. And this just goes to show you, when you get your opportunities, guys are stepping up and making plays. You know, he gets into the game because Drake London gets hurt on the previous play. He comes in and catches a short comeback route, hook route, and is able to break it for a long touchdown run. Even when he doesn't get a lot of touches, Cordell Hodge is one of those guys that plays special teams, a guy that, when called upon, has stepped up throughout the years. So it was huge seeing him get the game-winning touchdown, after, his number being called. So as I always talk about being ready when your number is called, next man up, Cordell Hodge did a great job at the end of that game of taking advantage of his opportunity. So with that being said, you guys give me your thoughts on this game. I have a lot more content coming for you guys. But as always, Falcons Nation, rise up, be blessed. Peace.